This is Damien out here in the garage. Want to go over a bunch of these rocks and stuff again. I guess, I'm really not trying to tell anybody what to believe or anything like that. The only thing I can read about these rocks right here is old stuff that says it was some kind of lost civilization. And the science don't hang on to any of that anymore. But they don't tell me what these rocks are either. So, sort of run over, kind of show same stuff happens over and over faces. Not just one face, faces all over every piece. Holes, what's the holes for? Ground stone tools. Get to that a little bit more in a minute. You see this type of shape all the time. Like I say, always faces, birds, and reptiles. What is that? Is that a spear thrower hook? I don't know. Is this? Wait. I got one here. This one. Is this a spear thrower hook? Look at that. See that face? See that? See that face? Bird? Check this out. Look at that hole. Goes through there. Then you got a groove up here. I see a stick going through there. Maybe that, I don't know. Maybe part of the mechanics of spear thrower. I don't know. You tell me. Maybe it ain't, but that's something, because it's got too much going for it not to be. And like these stains in here. I see this. Check this guy out. See the face there, nose, eye. See how the eye is part of that stuff there? You got face here too. Look. See how sharp that is? Face over here. Anywhere you want to look. Check it. Face. Okay. But anyway, the colors in there and stuff. No, that's random. And like I say, I'm gonna go over a bunch of rocks, so I ain't really got time to go over it. But these are whole scenes, but they're also like part of the image. If you look at it a certain way, the longer you sit here and look at it, more stuff pops up, and this is kind of colors play into it. Now, I've got a piece of in here somewhere, kind of shows how they did that, because this shit's still on there, right here. So, see, it's iron or ochre. I don't know. You tell me. But it's like iron. I don't know. I'm thinking that's how they put these colors into this stuff. You'll see that every now and then, and a lot of times you won't. But ground stone tools, man. How you gonna deny that? See that? See that bit? Now they used stuff like this to do that. And I found something, and all this stuff came from a different place, but I found something in my creek a couple weeks ago, or I didn't, my wife actually found it. Can't take credit for it, but I don't know if it's I'll show you. Is that a early settlers grinding wheel, or what is that? It's kind of like the material is like a whetstone, like you sharpen a knife with. It could be a coincidental face, or maybe it got broken. They did that with it. It does look like it has some symbolism and stuff on it. If you look closely. You'd never get anybody to confirm that right there, but man, it sure as hell looks suspicious. To me, anyway. It looks like it's been broken and then reworked with the faces and shit. See that? Face? That face? And that is a grinding wheel. And you can see that same kind of micro little stuff on it that you see on all this other stuff. Like sometimes they work fossils in. Now that's more of the paint. See that eye, nose, mouth. Now that shape too. See that? How that's, man. That's some kind of axe or something. I think, or digging tool. I don't know. I just don't see it being natural, because I mean, you got just too much. Look at that face that way. Got the hole going through there. Face there. You could pop up faces all day, and this face there, face there. See that? That's crazy, man, and not natural. You know what I mean? It's not. You got one like with the fossils, made with the fossils. See that? It's pretty cool how they work the fossils into artwork. Like I say, I'm trying to go fast here. Just through a bunch of this stuff. I think I already showed that. You know, it's just the same stuff over and over. Faces, holes, you know, fossils. How thin that is. See, yeah, is that a spear thrower hook? I don't know. You know, I think the holes had something to do with Hafton. Like I say, I think they were growing wood into this stuff. You can see how much detail they put into this. It's not out of the question that they were growing wood into the stuff. For me, anyway. And the reason I say that, a lot of times I find this stuff and the holes are clogged up. I'm trying to find a piece. I know I got a couple here I could show you. But what's inside them most of the time, like, looks like petrified wood or something. There's one. See that? It's got a hole in it, but it's clogged up with that. If you dig that out of there, it looks like some kind of like wood. I don't know. It may not be. But I'll probably find another better example here in a second. Just run it through this stuff over and over. You know, same stuff. Faces, birds. See that? Through that. Hey, come on, man. Got a face too, you know. That is common character. I don't know what it is. Bird. I mean, it's not a bird, but maybe reptile, some kind of mammal. I don't know. Something, because I see it a lot. Some of these, like, really detailed, man. How they work the fossils in. I mean, really detailed. And it's just over and over, you know. Look at this one. I wish I'd have cleaned that up a little better, because that's a pretty cool one, I think. And then stuff like that, like somebody put real serious grinding work into that, you know. I don't know what the hell it is, but. And here we go, you know. Bird. Reptile. Face. 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 You know, over and over. And they shape these tools this way, man. You can't kind of imagine this stuff being what it is. I don't know. You know, a lot of it we never know everything they were doing, but you can kind of picture a lot of this stuff just being tools or weapons, you know. I mean, it's not just artwork. A lot of times I go to places that all you really see is a bunch of artwork. Like around here in Kentucky, all you see appears to be weapons. See that face on there? How the colors in there, and the fossils. If you got that real close, you could. I mean, this is really, really detailed stuff. All of it. And you know, I'm not going to accept that these aren't artifacts. I mean, that's foolish, and I don't care what anybody's degree says or whatever. I'm not buying it. It's not. I'll think this one out myself, guys. if that's how we're gonna be, because something happened here, man. Somebody was here like for a long time, and they were making stuff a totally different way than anything anybody's telling me in a book. You know, I've heard archaeologists and stuff say that, you know, they use these softer materials a lot, but then they'll show you this stuff. I mean, is this what you're talking about? Because, you know, if these, I'm not saying that Native Americans didn't make this. I'm not saying it wasn't their ancestors, whoever, you know. I know it was a long time ago, because you see too many mammoths and stuff like that. And I've seen how deep this stuff is in the ground. It's deep. I mean, it's everywhere too. You know, look at that. So keep on telling me that this ain't nothing. Man, I'm calling bullshit every time, over and over. That same stuff. But when I found this stuff, I found a little bank washout. So out of the ground, this stuff looks kind of different sometimes. But this is some of the stuff out of the bank washout. It's just like fresh out of the ground. Check that out. Looks like somebody was probably just working and taking pieces off of. So I think if you see places where they took it out of the ground, it was like kept the artwork going the whole time while they was doing what they was doing. But there's another one of them tools, face, real thin. I mean, what is that? You know, but anyway, here's that piece with the, see that? Petrified wood, I think. I don't know. Something in there. But anyway, handful more stuff. And yes, really, I covered everything. I got some more stuff laying here from different place. Kind of, I'll do a video on that later. But yeah, this same stuff. I don't know where you go. Oh, check this out. There, it's pretty bad. I mean, look at that, man. Huh. But anyway, big hammerstone. But you know, this stuff here is all from Ordovician geology around here in central Kentucky. You start going toward eastern Kentucky, and you get into different geology, but you see the same things. That was different material, but you see the same thing. This stuff's like eastern Kentucky stuff, you know. Same thing. Like, you see even sandstone. They were using sandstone, drilling holes in it, same way. So, another piece of sandstone. Got the face. You know, you get all this stuff together and collectively, it's really hard to dispute. You start moving around, and this stuff's all over the country, and you got PhD archaeologists saying that this shit's natural. I mean, what's up with that, man? That's not natural, dude. Come on, man. Fucking serious? But yeah, anyway, I'll do a video on this stuff later. This stuff's real interesting too. I say same stuff, but you start running into a lot more flint, stuff like that. You know, the flint with this stuff, I've got a bunch of it too, but it looks like So here's some of the things. You know, it looks like polished tools. I mean, that's what you're gonna find with this stuff when you find a flint, is polished tools. You can see tool marks in them. You know, I don't know how they can say you can't, because that's not, you know, it's not napping. But in its own respect, it's an art form itself, because they see how they made the images into that stuff. I mean, it's really detailed stuff. It's some kind of different lithics. I mean, they're doing all kinds of things, like, you know, like this fossil. They're poking holes in it to make it look like that. You know, you see those faces around that. It's just from poking holes in it, popping little holes in it. So they're doing a lot of different things. But the polished tools, I mean, they're everywhere too. You know, and I find plenty of stuff that, you know, looks like, I don't know, could be points, but I don't know. Like, you know, I'm here to ask questions, you know, not give answers. Just showing you rocks, and I got questions. I don't have answers, but stuff like that, like that's the kind of stuff you're gonna find. Either that's got a really big bunch of patina on it, or it's a polished tool, or one of the two. But it's got the faces. I mean, this stuff, is that patina? I mean, is this stuff that old? I mean, maybe that's why they ain't telling us. Maybe they don't know. But you can't just say it's natural, man. Just say I fucking don't know. It's not natural. I mean, I find smaller tools like this too, but like I say, it's either polished or patina. I mean, it's still sharp. It's just not. But the shit's really hard. Like, almost like they did something to it. I don't know. I'd say there's tons of that too. I mean, you know, I can make a video on the flint stuff itself. It's just, I think you know, all this stuff together. Well, I don't know. I got questions. A lot of questions. And answers I'm hearing is just not acceptable. You know, see how that's, it looks ground almost, like it's got grounded instead of, well, I don't know. Over and over, man. Big old heavy cobble rock or something. Flint, but same deal. They, I don't know. But anyway, that's about all the video I want to make anyway. I was just trying to break down some of this other stuff as examples. Creeks around here bone dry, and you can walk around and see just crazy stuff. I mean, stuff you probably won't get a chance to see again. And we had a lot of rain in the summer, so it kind of got a lot of bank washouts, and then everything's just exposed. But that's about all I got. Like everybody else's videos I've been watching too. Great stuff, I mean, everywhere. Guys, have a good day.